Okay, welcome everyone. I'm Mrks, speedrunning a lot of Metroidvanias like Hollow Knight and Death Door, and today I'm here with Eto. I'm glad I presented to you. Yes, and yeah, I would say we go into the game and then we will discover some more of it. So we will start in 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay, Eto is developed by Tiny Warrior Games, a little studio with a bunch of games, released in July 2020, and we are playing this little fox ninja. It's all placed in ancient China. Yes, where we had a lot of ninjas. Okay. Some things to this run. There is no... all cutscenes are disabled. In casual playthrough you will have cutscenes with lore. No. And now we've collected our first movement ability. It was a roll. And we can do now a lot of stuff with it. It's already helpful. But first we will fight the first boss in this game. It's a rogue. And that was it already. And every boss has a death cutscene. If we hit the boss in this cutscene, it's possible to skip that, which saves time. Okay. And with the roll, now we get also this faster movement with rolling, jumping and slashing back to back. And that is already the next ability with which we are now able to dash through obstacles and also through enemies. So another thing is this pause jump, also possible with the map. So we can skip the first puzzle of the game, and that we will do during the run a lot, skipping. And another thing with the dash, it's possible to do the stun attack to a boss when it's shining. So the boss in total contains a lot of boss fights. And of course the last hit didn't work, and Sage missed also the cutscene skip. Okay, so we see a lot of different environments. Now it's orange one, and we still have the day. Okay, oops. So, next ability is the double jump, and like it's usual in Metroidvanias, we can now go other ways. 2 rooms further. We weren't able to go up here, and now with the double jump we can do it. Okay, in the room next is another boss fight. After this we would get the ability for the double dash, but we skipped that and have done it with a little pausing in the air. So we dash twice, but we need this ability, so we just go from the other side. There we are. So now in the left room is the boss, and 1 room further left is the room where we have done the skip. So during the run we will see a lot of save and quits, which speeds up the movement for us. So which will speed up the movement for us to go back to certain situations. And this pause or map jump is executed with pressing pause and jump or map and jump at the same time. Another small puzzle. So how we can climb up here. Okay, next checkpoint, because we have to activate a war point for us, which we need during the run. And there we go. Another saving kit and on the way to our next boss. So, skipping something around, skipping a puzzle, and we are at the next fight. So, no lore, interesting during the run, therefore cutscene skipped. And that is the ninja. Ninja has stolen the ability for charging, which he has used against us, and is now using it again. Charge will be a faster run. The nice thing is we can shoot back the particles. The stars here is throwing on us. Okay, and now we get this ability, the charge. With this, it's possible for us to run through blocks like this and run faster. So that will now be a movement technique for us in the rest of the run. Okay, now on the right is the boss, but we need another war point. So therefore a short track to the left. And we are running. So. Okay. Lore-wise, at the beginning, our child was stolen by the other guys. Or kidnapped, this maybe is a better word. We see it on the right. That is our baby. We want to get it back. And that is the last one between us and our child. Therefore, we have no other opportunity than to fight him. And there we go. Yeah. And now we have saved our child. So, bit similar to the charity event. Okay, and this is a demon. The true evil thing in this game. It's the first appearance, yeah. And it's a more or less scripted death we have to take. It's also possible to survive it, but faster for the run with this death. No. And what has changed now is the whole time before there were daytime, now it's nighttime. Therefore everything is darker. Okay. And here we meet the monk. And from the monk we will notice we have now to find 3 orbs. So until here is the early game, and now it starts with the mid game of the run. We have to collect 3 orbs in 3 areas, and the first usage of our fast travel. Okay. And from these areas we will collect certain abilities first, going then back to the next one before we grab the orb in this area. And after this we do in reverse order the areas itself. So also here it's faster to save and quit instead of going back. So, but now we want to go to the next one. This ability was the ground pound. And the next ability will be a fireball. Each area has two bosses from the green area where we were. It's we skipped the one for the moment. Now in the red area we have to do it. And we see this jump and then this upper movement, that is a ground pound with a ground pound cancel. So we stay in the air for a moment and can reach higher areas because the ground pound first goes up. And this was the Scheid, the next boss. The other parts of the family we will also meet during the fight. Okay. And this is the next one, the fireball. Before we go now to the next area and grab the last ability, we are doing a little bit forward stuff to get a warp point early, which we need for the very end, and fight the boss, which gives us a rune, it's called in this game. Runes are perks in other games, compared to other games, with certain abilities. So, two things. And the difference between this warp point, or grabbing this warp point, and the other is we have now noticed in the game, I was in this room, but so it's saved. It's necessary to be there. Therefore, we couldn't save and quit earlier for the other ones. So the difference now is we fight this boss, we grab another item which saves that for us. Therefore, we didn't have to climb up to the bar point. Okay, and this is a samurai with a really long sword. Well, that was it already. And that's the rune. We will equip it in a moment. Okay, now to the last area. And it's the first one we will complete. Full everything already there, because the advantage of getting all the abilities is that we can skip a lot of stuff during this, but during the areas itself. So. Okay, going up here. Oh, that is also a dash. Okay. The advantage of this ground pound is also that we can skip some jumps. Okay, what does this rune does? You see we are just on 1/3 of our health now. It means we will be all the time, it doesn't matter how much health we have during the game. With this rune we are all the time on this last part. But on the other side we deal now more damage. So disadvantage, less health. Advantage, more damage. But it doesn't mean we are one hit now. Mostly we are 3 hit. Because it's not 1 HP for 1 hit. it's a little bit more we have with one of these save points. Okay. So first part done. So, okay. And this is one of these lot puzzles. The interesting thing in this game is we have 6 difficulties. This one is on the easiest one. And with higher difficulties the puzzle changes. Also not just the enemies has more health or are shooting more particles or something else. So also the puzzles changes. And that makes the runs very interesting because for every category it's different. Okay. Nice, this boss doesn't want to fight us anymore. Okay. So, yeah, there's a third one. Okay. That was the ancient one. And now we can grab the first orb. On the right side, we have seen it for a short moment. No. Okay, now next fast travel back to the red area. First part we have already done. We are fighting the child. Oh yeah, the other statue was the mother with the particles. So, and now that is a good thing with grabbing everything early. We can skip the puzzles. That's right. Okay, also this is one of the areas. I think it's the area with the most puzzles. A lot of different stuff. This is the only puzzle we can skip, but this one we skip again. Okay. And next room also a skip. After this, it's boss time again. From timing purpose, it doesn't make a difference if we go up for checkpoint or down. So, this is Yari. And Yari is one of these enemies which can reflect our projectiles. Okay. Close to the end. But we have seen, okay, for this enemy we can take one hit, at least one of this special attacks. The second one was too much. Okay, once more. And it's also not a good idea to progress this course because of this. Can also hit upwards. Okay. Now it's done. Such close miss. Okay, bye Yari. And that is already the second orb. Good. Let's go back to green area, which was the first one where we have grabbed availability. And it's the last one we are doing completely. In every area you are forced to use the ability which you have got. So in this case, it was the ground pound. So to do the rest in red, there were a lot of puzzles with fireball, and in the blue area for the spin. So, but it's helpful to skip stuff if you have already everything, and therefore we are doing first all abilities in the areas, and after this the rest of the area, because it's faster in total, and that is what we want to get here. And if we compare to the hardest difficulty, in this room, an example, the right part is full of more breakable stuff, which you have to hit to open the door. Good. So, last boss for mid-game, and after this we are already in endgame. So, the Deceiver. The ground pound compared to other games doesn't give us iframes. So we have to be careful with that, because you can still get hit during your attack, and then it will cancel. Yeah. And time loss, magic gun. Well, 4 bosses left for this game. Here is a monk again. We've got now all 3 orbs, so the door opens for us. Okay. And the most intense part of this is, we will see, the way is really long until we reach our next boss, and we won't grab the checkpoints here. The problem with that boss is there are attacks which are one hit for us. So in total we can normally take 2 hits, and the 3 would be too much. So we have to be really careful. No checkpoint would mean we have to do the whole day again. But it's important for the run itself. There's my helper gun. Using the checkpoint would cost at the end like 40 seconds, because we have to take then a fast travel point, and you want to avoid that. Therefore, it's a shield way to the boss. Oh. But the boss is a little bit scary. Oh. Okay, a lot of puzzles. Sadly, we can't skip any of that. But you also see it's necessary that we can execute all of the abilities: ground pound, fireball, and spin. So these crystals give us an ability to jump higher. Therefore, it's also something like this possible. So Z is the checkpoint. We don't want to get Z. And the next was the monk. Okay, we see if the monk goes up or goes down. So if it goes down, we have to jump, otherwise we can wait. Okay, and that was fine. So now to the end game. So what we have got after the fight was the demon blade. The demon blade is just an optical thing. For us, doesn't deal more damage or anything, but it opens these wide gates without we can do it. Okay. And that is one of the most annoying fights, the leader fight, mostly because of the ads. Already got too hit by this. That is not good. A little bit more careful. What? The third one, yeah. Okay. That is one of the biggest run killers for me. Because the range is not so small. And you want to play it aggressive. Therefore it's easy to get hit. And then it's like a minute time loss. Or more. So, okay, last two. The checkpoint keys. Okay, and now there is a demon again. We have already met. With known abilities. Oh, and an early tennis. Also known from other games. Okay, that was an interesting finish. Good. Okay. And the final fight. So here we have some stuff to remember. And yeah. Final boss. Has 3 faces. They look similar. Some new attacks are added with each phase. This one is pretty annoying. There is a way to break it. But yeah, if it fails, it's a safe death. Okay. And that is already the last phase. And time. Okay. That was it. That was Ato any percent assist. Yeah, a really great game, Metroidvania with a lot of stuff. That was a basic route through the game. There's so much more to discover during the game. A lot of great bosses. Yeah. And Ato is on Steam sale at the moment. So if there's anyone who wants to discover on their own. Feel free to do it. Yeah. And credits incoming. So, okay. Music, really great in the game. Movement, great. There are a lot of more runes. Some gives us the ability to slash faster, an example, or push back the enemy. Yeah. Okay. And what we see here is, yeah, a pretty interesting lore thing. What it does mean, you can figure out if you want to play it on your own.
GG's.
Thanks.
All right. That was a really cool game. I have not seen it before, but I'm really interested in it now. I might check it out. Anyway, so that was Otto. Very cool game. Up next, we are going into a quick intermission. However, when we're back, we have even more games up for show. We have Super Mario Bros. Dimensions, run by Ludwig von Koopa. Unfortunately, that is the end of my hosting shift, but I'll leave you in the capable hands of our next host. So when we're back, after the short intermission, we'll be back with Super Mario Bros. Dimensions. So stay tuned.
Bye.